Ciao everybody, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Julian Gennatti and I'll be doing a match reaction to the Coppa Italia final, Juventus v Inter, in what was our most important game of the season, and everything that you thought could go wrong went wrong. We found a new way to lose, and we'll get into it as soon as I'm done talking and giving my first brief soliloquy. You expected more, but what did you get? Some of the same crap that's been going on all year. Mental mistakes, some egregious refereeing mistakes, but at the end of the day, we deserve to lose because we only played good for maybe 30 to 40 minutes. And that's been pretty much a synopsis of this whole season. We haven't completed a full 90 minutes of good football. We haven't played that all year in one game. And again, it happened. And against good teams, you will concede if you're not focused for the entire match. And again, conceded 4, and I get it. Not 90 minutes, 120 minutes, but still, all goals preventable. All of them. All the ones conceded were preventable. I'll break that down right now. Might as well get into the BS of it. First goal, Barella, 7 minutes in, sleeping. We're sleeping. We didn't have hold of the ball at all. Inter was dictating play. We had Dybala man marking Brozovic, but Brozovic was still getting the ball in advantageous scenarios. So Allegri, X for you. Dybala, X for you. But the goal comes from, just Bernardeschi's defensive awareness is so poor. He tried to show, I believe it was Brozovic, into the middle. And as he showed Brozovic coming in towards his own box into the middle, he tried to block off the outside, which where Barella was. And Brozovic still got the ball out to Barella. So X for you right away, Bernardeschi. Barella takes the ball in off the left side of the pitch, brings it towards the middle. No one goes at him. Quadrado kind of does. Then he goes back and retreats. And then Bernardeschi's just running with his chicken with his head cut off. And then Zakari doesn't get out to him quick enough. And then Barella, world-class player, bang, top corner, 1-0 Inter. Our tails are between our legs and we're chasing the game. Maybe that's a good thing. And it turned out it was a wake-up call. Again, shouldn't have to happen. Derby d'Italia, Cup final. You shouldn't have to go down 1-0 to start actually going for it. But it happened. From probably the 15th minute to the 41st until Danilo got hurt, I believe we did well. I'm not going to say ran the show, but we did better. We had more opportunities. There was a couple Dybala chances, but we just couldn't capitalize. And Handanovic made some actually pretty good saves. First half, you could see we were coming. And it leads to what happens in the second half. So the first half, we played poor for 15 minutes, played well for 25, and we're down 1-0 because that's what happens when you play decent to good teams. Second half starts, we're on the front foot, we kick on the afterburners. Goal, kind of a sloppy goal to concede on Inter's part, but you know what? There's a lot of pressure. Alexandra got a shot in, it was like hockey. There was a point shot from the defenseman, and there was a screen in front. Similar idea here. Alexandra, top of the left box, shoots one into the volleys one into the ground. It hops right in front of Handanovic, and he catches it wrong, and it goes in the net. Whatever, not complaining. Again, we were dictating play at that point. We were running the game, and a great screen from Morata, who had a decent, I'll say decent 50 minutes. So it was good. And that part was good. And then literally 2 minutes later, beautiful counter-attacking football. We got Vlahovic in on a breakaway, missed his first chance. Okay, he's cleaned up his rebound. Great. We are leading the race. We're all guns blazing at this point. Everyone's happy. Inter looks a shell of themselves, and it looks like at this point we could take this. And then for whatever reason, it was still going well. And for whatever reason, the 65th minute happens. It comes around, and big brain Allegri decides to put Leo Bonucci on. and we decided to do a makeshift 3-5-2 or makeshift 5-3-2, whatever. Locatelli comes on as well, and guess what? Zero impact. We decided to sit back and defend as per usual under Allegri, and again, why break something that's not broken? Why did we stop pressing? Why did we stop doing these things? Pressing Inter makes them make mistakes, and you get chances out of it. That's what happened for the for a good chunk of the game, and we stopped doing that for whatever reason, because Allegri tried to big brain this. I don't even think it's a big brain at this point. I think it's just what he has to revert to, because he has no other coaching philosophy. Yeah, we're up 2-1, 25 minutes left. Let's try and just block them out for the rest of the game. Football's changed, bro. Football's changed. It's a modern game. Change it. Change your philosophy. Go back to your studies. Go back to Coverciano. Do something else, because this ain't it, bro. Like, I'm tired of Allegri reverting to this. And he does it against Venezia. He does it against Genoa. He does it against Inter. He does it against Villarreal. Like, it doesn't matter who the opponent is. He goes up by 1 or 2, and then he sits everyone else back. I guess you can call it a coaching style, but it's prehistoric at this point. Best teams in the world, what do? They keep attacking, or they keep doing what their structure was for the whole 90 minutes. They don't change the way they play. Real Madrid doesn't change the way they play. Liverpool do not change the way they play. Man City do not change the way they play. I'm sick of it. I'm not going to compare Pirlo and Allegri at this point, because they had a couple different scenarios, but Pirlo wanted to do what he wanted to do. He never, once he took a lead, he didn't want to just sit back and relax. He just wanted to continue to play his philosophy. You got to respect it. I guess in hindsight, I haven't even got to the equalizer yet. I'm still just rambling and raving at the 65th minute, but something's got to change next year, because, and I won't hold my breath, because Allegri's a dinosaur, all that stuff, blah blah blah, and then the Allegri fans could be like, oh, but he's won so many games, he's done it before, blah. He did it in the past. He's not done it in the future. He's not done it current state. So it's frustrating. Anyways, game goes on. We're sitting back as we have been doing. Then Lautaro Martinez does something that he usually does, and he flip-flops like a bag of shit. He flops into a pool of water, and he conned a ref. Fair. Part of the game. Shit part of the game, but it's part of the game. There's VAR for a reason. That's the issue here. If the referee originally calls a penalty shot, okay, whatever. He got conned, sure. But you got dudes up in the office, or I don't know, in the stadium. You got cameras. Just go have a peek. And I know that's almost contradictory to what I say, because I usually say, oh, the referee has the option, and the people of the VAR system tells the referee to go take a look at this. I'm speechless on that one. That one got me. Not because of Juventus Inter. In other European games I have commented on as well, but this one got me. I'm flabbergasted that it was called a pen. We had to deal with it. They scored their goal, Çalhanoğlu again, from the spot, and it's 2-2, and we go into extra time. And then we found another way to lose. We shit defending from one of our best players all year, Matthijs de Ligt. I don't know why he's sticking his leg out. It's non-needed. Not needed at all. Those mistakes, man, they're going to build up. There's a case against. They're starting to not. Overall, grand scheme of things, Matthijs de Ligt's a great defender, but there are now instances, like, you can count on two hands almost now, that are like, what are you doing, bro? You killed the game for Juventus. So Perisic takes the pen because Çalhanoğlu's off at this point, so it's 3-2, 100th minute. Then they scored 2 minutes later, another egregious mistake. And it's schoolboy defending, and it's 4-2. Game's done. I don't want to even get into what Allegri had to say post-match, because I don't think it's worth to get into, because he's a dinosaur and he's going to protect his players, but if it's not the player's fault, it's your fault. If it's not your fault, it's the player's fault. If it's not the player's fault, it's your fault. Or it's a combination of everything. It's not good right now. You just came off losing to Genoa. Yeah, yes, we did play well for 50 minutes, but that is not good enough. You need to play well for 90 minutes. You need to complete a game. And if you completed a game today, you would have won. Even if you played 75 minutes of a game, you would have won. But Allegri, big brain, tried to do it again. Not happening at this point. Game's changed. Move along with it or go away again. So now we'll get into some stats from the match. You can see on my on your right hand side of the screen there, we knew the ball possession was going to be with them most of the match. 8 shots on goal to 7. Shots off goal for us 5-2. They had 2 yellow cards, we had 1. 9-7 corners for them. So the first half was 4-1 corners. So even though we had a better second half, they still took it to us and had some chances. Attacks were 224 to 195. Dangerous attacks were 99 to 85. And these are, of course, brought to you by Sporting. Go join. Go to your App Store, Google Play Store, whatever it's called. Get the app. Do your business. Join up and sign up and go to the Bianconeri zone. I'm sick and tired of doing these things, though, that where I'm just deflated, and I don't know, I have no words to say. There was a game plan. It was not executed. Oh, sorry, again. It was 50% not executed and 50% was executed. For 50 minutes, we were good. But again, I'm going to keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. That's not good enough. Maybe against Venezia, that's good. But against Inter in a cup final, that's not good enough. So take a look at those stats. Fairly close, but doesn't matter. What matters is the score at the end. We'll go to ratings now. You can see on your boards there. Who actually had a really good game? Nobody really. Who stood out? Not many. Morata had a good cameo, or was a decent sub to come on. Kind of changed the game in Juventus' favor for that 50-minute spell, and then kind of did nothing after that. Bonucci, waste. Arthur Melo, dude's got to go. You can't tell me that Moretti couldn't do what Arthur Melo did, or just be better than Arthur Melo. I know he didn't play much, but you can't tell me Moretti could do that, what he did, and do a better job. I thought Rabiot was rather anonymous throughout the game, but I think that's good because he wasn't a main culprit of the loss. I think he was all right. Quadrado horrible. Vlahovic was better in his link-up play. Again, in the 50 minutes, Dusan Vlahovic is pretty good. Could have scored a couple more chances, but he got his goal, so good for him. But 120 minutes, he wasn't dominant. 50 minutes, he was good. Bernardeschi, not great. Dybala, yes, he had the assist, but dude's head's gone. He shouldn't play the last 2 games of the season. Alexandra, horrible. Chiellini was okay. Dalit was not great. Danilo was obviously got subbed. He wasn't even good when he was on, though. He got burned a couple times by Perisic early on in the game. Perrine, 2 pens. What are you going to do? The banger from Barella, what are you going to do? And then Perisic just danced our team. So I don't blame him at all. Keane, horrible. Pellegrini, he didn't play much. Arthur Melo, again, horrible. Locatelli did nothing. Bonucci, waste of a sub. And Morata was okay. Let me know what you guys think about the players or individually. Just call them out. Say who was good, maybe. Do all that business. Because the squad needs an overhaul. squad needs a summer overhaul. I don't know, because Arriba Bene came out the other day and said, "Are we gonna?" or "Don't expect magic," or something. He said like that. I don't know if I should believe him, but I believe him because he said it. So I don't want to be naive and hope for another January. But if they saw that today, they should be thinking we need something going in the summer window. We need to get like 3 or 4 good players, like very good players in. Because the way we found a new way to lose the game. That's why I want to basically. This is what the name of the video is going to be. We found a way to lose that. An invented pen, yes. First 15 minutes snoozing. Usually we're good in the first 15 minutes, but this game was a reverse. We're not good in the first 15. We're decent in the second half, and then the subs happened. Our subs found us a way to lose, and then this extra time we just collapsed. And I saw a stat today, like we've had 5 losses since November in all competitions, and in every single one of those losses, there's been a penalty against us. Mind you, some are deserved penalties, like the Genoa game, like the second pen in this game, and you can go on like the Villarreal game. And to come to think of it, now we've had two of our biggest games of the season, so Coppa Italia final and the second leg of the Champions League, round of 16 against Villarreal, 2 pens against. I don't think, when was the last time we had a penalty shot? And I'm not blaming the rest for that, because we have to attack in order for that to happen, but when was the last time we got 1 penalty shot? Meanwhile, I can remember so well the amount of times we've given up 2 in a game. I think even Roma we gave up 2. It's crazy. But anyway, this game totally ruined our season. Our season's been ruined even more so now. Trophyless for the first time in 11 years. Lost 2 finals to Inter. Weren't even close in the Champions League. Weren't even close in Serie A. A big summer is needed up ahead, and stay tuned for all that stuff. Justin's going to do a great job giving you daily videos every single day to keep you updated. So stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like this video. If you are fed up, like this video. Like the video if you need a big summer to happen. And again, consider being a member at the bottom right hand corner. I'm just fed up with this consistent BS that we find new ways to lose. This consistent BS of, we're up by a goal, let's totally change the way we play, and for the last 25 minutes and just soak up pressure. Allegri, dude, don't do that anymore. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, we'll be back check out our live show on Friday. It's gonna be a debate show. Check out our daily news show today today's Thursday, so check out the daily news show, and follow me if you want on the ticker below on Twitter. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great night.